Mehmed II, also known as Muhammad al-Fatih, was the seventh and among the greatest sultan of the Ottoman Empire. Mehmed II was a genius statesman and a military leader who was also interested in literature, fine arts, and monumental architecture. He was educated by the famous scholar Aksum Seddin, and according to the Ottoman historians, he spoke 7 languages fluently. Mehmed II was born as the son of Sultan Murad I and Huma Hatun on the night of March 29, 1432, in Edirne, Turkey. His early childhood passed on Edirne for a while. His paternal grandfather was Mehmed I, which traced his ancestry back to Osman I, the founder of the Ottoman dynasty. Mehmed's name was derived from the name of the Islamic prophet, Muhammad, peace be upon him, and unlike the naming customs of other Islamic cultures, in Turkish tradition, the name Muhammad was generally reserved for the prophet himself. He ruled the Ottoman Empire for 30 years and joined 25 campaigns himself. He was a very strict statesman and a very brave soldier.
His conquest consolidated Ottoman rule in Anatolia and the Balkans, and he most famously triumphed in conquering the prized city of Constantinople, transforming it into the administrative center, cultural hub, and the capital of his growing empire. He made many political and social reforms. Sultan Muhammad II became a Khalifah Utsmaniyah on February 7, 1451 AD. Although he was in his early age, Sultan Mehmed II started to prepare a siege for Istanbul. He wanted to be the commander as Prophet Muhammad ﷺ mentioned, the conqueror of Constantinople. One day, Constantinople will be conquered. How wonderful and blessed are the commander of its conquest and his soldiers. Decades ago, he was motivated, so the largest plan that he made directly was to conquer Constantinople, which belonged to the Roman Empire. It was strategically located between Europe and Asia, had a rich history, and was a symbol of power and prestige. Additionally, Constantinople was a major economic center with access to the Black Sea and Mediterranean. Constantinople had been an imperial for many years. The city was bombarded by cannon fires which were designed by Mehmed II himself.
Constantinople had been attacked in the past many times, but its great walls always prevailed. Back then, Mehmed II prepared more than 4 million soldiers that helped him conquer Constantinople from the land. At the fortress of Byzantium, many of the Osmanian soldiers were dead because of the strong defense from the Byzantium. The siege of less than 50 days really drained their energy, thoughts, and supply. In this hard situation, finally, Mehmed II found the only way and a great plan to pass the fortress of Byzantium. Mehmed II did it in a clever way. He moved 70 ships by oiling the stems within less than one night and sailed from the land to the Golden Horn. In the morning, the soldiers of Byzantium were shocked. They did not expect that Mehmed II with his armies would cross their ships from the land that fast. So, a tremendous war was happening in the Byzantium Empire. On 29 May, the Ottoman army attacked for the final assault. The siege lasted from Friday 6 April until 29 May 1453 Tuesday, when the city was conquered by the Ottomans under the command of Sultan Mehmed II when he was still 21 years old. Finally, the fortress are touched by the armies of Osmania, who has no fear of death. The kingdom of Byzantium Empire, age 11th century, fell and officially held by the Muslims. The Great War resulted in 263,000 deaths of the Muslim soldiers.
Sultan Muhammad al-Ghazi came into the city of Constantinople and was officially named Muhammad al-Fatih, the conqueror of Constantinople. A new era started in the world and a new balance came through by the conquest of Constantinople. After Mehmed II conquest of the city in 1553, Hagia Sophia was converted to a mosque, which it remained until the fall of the Ottoman Empire in the early 20th century. It was originally built as a Christian Orthodox church and has served that purpose for centuries. They converted it as a symbol of imperial power, and yet their entire notion of imperial architecture was shaped by Hagia Sophia. Even in today's Turkey, mosque architecture is often based on Hagia Sophia, with a large central dome.
The great emperor died on 3rd May 1481, and he was buried in Fatih Turbesi or tomb near the Mosque of Fatih in Istanbul. After the Sultan's death, the Ottoman Empire remained culturally and geographically strong. Constantinople was a legendary city and known as the Kizil Elma, or the Red Apple, which the Ottomans had watched with admiration from afar. Since the reign of Osman I, they had been making plans to capture it one day. After the Yalakova victory on 27 July 1302, Osman I's soldiers went as far as the banks of the Bosphorus to loot the city. His successful takeover of Constantinople showed his smart leadership and military skills, making a lasting impression on history. Besides winning battles, Mehmed also cared about culture, science, and education, making the Ottoman Empire more vibrant. Even though he was no longer alive, Mehmed's rule continued to influence the path of the Ottoman Empire, ensuring he will be remembered in the story of history.